Well, welcome to the Car Green White Sail event 4. I missed event 3 because I was too tired. What a beautiful evening for a sail. So in the distance, that yellow buoy is my first mark that I've got to go around. Sadly, it's varying actually between dead downwind, I suppose you call it a deep reach, which means it's a little bit difficult sometimes to keep the sails where I want them because the wind keeps changing. Although, now we're out of the way of that headland, things seem to have settled down a little bit. Have a look around. That's the Tamar Bridge up there, Tamar Suspension Bridge. Can't remember who built it, somebody famous. It wasn't Stevenson, was it? Was it Robert Louis Stevenson? I think it is, yeah. Now I put a reef in because at the mooring, before I let go, it was really quite windy. And as much as I enjoy the fast-paced stuff sometimes, most times that's really not me. I'm not a racing sailor. I don't really want the gunnels in the water all the time. I just want to go sailing. So I put a reef in. I'm beginning to think that might have been a mistake because there isn't really a lot of wind, but I've got a feeling that when I turn upwind in a minute, things are really going to pick up. The wind speed will stay the same, but the boat will begin to sing because it likes that. This running before the wind nonsense, nobody likes that. I don't like that. Of course, the lazy jacks are a bit too tight. Things aren't setting beautifully, but unfortunately, I'm on my own on the boat here, and I can't steer and make too many adjustments at the same time. I mean, I could, but it's a short course, you know, it's going to be a half an hour sail. I'm not running around on the deck. Happy news, we've got water skiers zigzagging around the place while we're doing it. Just about ready to come about. Let me see if I can stand you up. Let's see. Maybe I'll stand you on the aft deck. Maybe I'll stand you here. You're going to end up in the sea, aren't you? There you are. There, try it up. So this will be the one really that makes it or breaks it for me in terms of the race. It's not really a race, it's a challenge. But I want to finish first. There's one thing Roqueta does well actually, it goes to windward and fast. It goes fast to windward, and given what's being asked of her on this occasion, it's not too tight to the wind, we should be able to make good time. So I've got to go around the yellow buoy here, which is just coming up, and then upwind to that green buoy. It's another one of those god-awful run before the wind to get down to the next set of buoys, but it is what it is. We'll see. So this next bit should be the bit where it gets interesting. I mean, more open water here now, so the wind is more constant and from a more constant direction. And it feels like it's freshened a little bit, which is good. I want something to justify the reef in the sail, because the entire club will be laughing at me otherwise. There's the yellow. Stand by to jibe. boat that's pretty much converging, and he's running, and I'm on a port tack, so the wind is coming over the port side. So I should give way to him, really. We'll see, I might be across in front of him before he becomes an issue. We'll see. Seems a disaster live, and as it happens anyway. See, he's just paid off a little bit there, which is a very good indication to me of what he's doing. So we'll pass port to port, which is as per the call regs, collision regulations. Very kindly. You're going to force me off my line, mate. It's not a race, it's a gentlemanly endeavour. Seaman-like conduct all the time. I shall thank him on the way by, though, because that's the kind of guy I am. We're heading straight at that green ball. We've done very, very well. Thank you. Oh. Wow. She goes to windward very well. Of course, we've got an outgoing tide. That's not happy news for the direction I'm going in now, but as long as the wind keeps strong enough, we laugh. That's it, final turn then. Let's see if that sheet gets stuck or if it... Let's go. Come on. Bastard! It's done it again! Interestingly, that wasn't the forehatch. It's hung up on the mast again, so there's a cleat on the bottom of the mast. For some reason, well, because it's there, every time I come about, the risk is that the foresheets get caught around it, and they did. That's twice today. I'm on my own and steering with my arse usually. I have to let one sheet fly completely and it just flaps around and gets everywhere. If I was able to keep a bit of tension on it, it wouldn't happen. So that buoy there that's right centre frame now, that's not to the finish line, the one up there is. And I could have tacked and pointed straight at that, but the tide has brought me down past this one and that's no good at all, so I've got to tack again. Do that now. Okay. Let's do this. Let's put in our tack. Nice. You know, I didn't even get time for a cup of tea before I... Oh, look at that, he's just had to tack short of the mark. He just didn't make it. And that's the sort of minor tactical error that will cost him about 10 minutes probably. By the time he gets up speed again, tacks again, gets around the mark, that will cost him. I must try not to make the same mistake. I did that about 3 times on the last race. Terrible. Terrible. Anyway, later.